All right. Okay, we're back in the saddle here and just continuing plugging along here through Kinghorn siding. We got Luna in the trailer right now, and we're going to keep her there for most of the way back. So coming up here, we actually have a neat little find. Actually just found this today. And so what we have is we have a old wooden box culvert. I can't read the mileage on the marker, but we'll go have a look at that. All right, we're down below the grade, which is just right up there with a very, very rare find, which is a wooden box culvert. Again, I don't know how far back these date, but you can see by the deterioration of the wood, they are very, very old. This one is actually burnt on there. I don't know if I can see through to the other side. Yeah, you can see through to the other side. I got light down there. So it's still okay. So that's really, really neat. Now, what's interesting is that this one actually runs the length of the siding. There is a marker here, as we mentioned, but it's completely illegible. Let's work our way. Whoop. Let's work our way over here and go have a look at the other end. So you can see there's a little bit of a swale here. So it's picking up water from here and from here and channeling it down here. This side is a little bit harder to see, but certainly again in very, very good shape. I'll put the camera down there. You can see light on the other end. So again, these are very, very rare. This actually does show up on the profile map. This is the first time I've seen it. I don't know why I missed it in the other times that I've been here, but again, kind of a neat find. And like I said, usually these were all replaced over time because they began to deteriorate. So obviously this was in good enough shape, and probably there wasn't a lot of water moving through here in any case. Okay. So, just plugging along through the siding here. We got another little point of interest coming up. I think Luna's starting to get used to the trailer. Had her in there last week. We went down from Cameron Falls to the Nipigon River Bridge, and she rode most of the way back. Maybe she kind of gets the idea that Dad gets to do all the work and she just sits. So here the siding at Kinghorn starts to peter out. You can still see lots of remnants, lots of bits of ties and things like that. So here we enter this cut. Man, that wind's cold. You can see that we're past the peak of the fall colors. That was kind of last weekend. We had a very goofy fall. Again, I mentioned how warm it was. Hasn't been cold at night. Like, this is the first time that it's been sort of cooler at night. And so the colors just didn't come the way they normally do. Milepost marker. So we've arrived at milepost 41. So again, that is the mileage on the Kinghorn. So for the original line, again, we have to add the 100.8 miles. So that becomes 141.8. Okay, now right here, maybe I'll flash that up there. There was on that 1950s topographic map, there was a bunch of buildings right here on the side of this lake. I'm not going to mention the name of the lake. It's kind of not appropriate anymore. You'll see it on the map. But I'm guessing there was some sort of logging operation there. I can't imagine what else it would be around here in the 1950s. So you can have a look at that map. Okay, let's keep rolling here. 11:30. Thought we would be quicker than this. You can see here on the shore of the lake how windy it's been. All the white foam that the winds, the waves pushed up because of those winds. Yesterday was like crazy, the wind. Hopefully it's not too bad. We do want to, when we get to right before the our destination, right before the Kinghorn Road, we're going to be crossing the Sturgeon, or the Na-Miwa-Minneconne River, and we want to shoot some drone footage, so hopefully it's not too windy. Oh, it ain't easy pulling the dog. So this weekend, I'm still not 100%, feel better than I did last weekend. There's colds and stuff going around the school, so of course I got it. And beginning part of this week, I wasn't feeling good. Today it's just mostly throat's a little sore, and got a bit of a runny nose. Milepost marker here for a culvert. I don't know. One 41.99, 41.1. Here the ballast is a little bit better. It's going to get worse right up there, and you're going to see why in a second. If I didn't have to pedal through the ballast, this ride would be so much easier with the dog. Spoke too soon here. So beside this grade is buried a very important fiber optic cable. Don't know exactly when it was put in, but it is, I know it is important. It's still active. That's what those orange markers are for, indicating where the cable is. So the reason why I bring that up is because right here you can actually see a piece of the conduit that they use to bury the cable right there, and you can see it going off into the bush there. Now, why I'm bringing this up is you'll notice here that there are two kind of almost random junction boxes. There is a junction box further down closer to the bridge, but the reason for these junction boxes is because this section was actually washed out. So the two junction boxes are used to sort of splice the cable where it was damaged by the washout. And so this whole section here was repaired. I don't know exactly when. Somebody told me that it was after, somebody was actually on the repair crew, and they told me it was after the rails were pulled up. And so you can see the two metal culverts have been inserted. You can see the pieces of the old segmented concrete culvert that were in there. There was one that was over here too. Yeah, there's a piece over there. And so again, you can see all this new ballast and stuff that's been put in. And again, this is a problem with this line. There's no maintenance that's going on. And again, it is a very important fiber optic line. There beside the junction box, you can actually see a ceramic insulator. So on the north side of the grade, there was a telegraph line. And on the south side of the grade there was a power line for a period of time, and so that ceramic insulator is for the power line. So here you can actually see some of the materials they used to repair the washout. I think everything would have been brought in from Kinghorn Road, all the machinery, all the materials. Okay, I'm gonna zip you ahead a little bit here. Well, there was a partridge. Seen a few today, not a ton. We saw a ton last week when we were going to the Nipigon Bridge. Tons. Here's a telegraph pole here. We're gonna see lots of those. Okay, so here we have another culvert. Here you can see some of the deterioration that's happened. So you can actually see some erosion. What's the mileage on this one? 142.25, 41.4. Okay, so we'll hold up here for a second and then we'll keep plugging along.